Hello, Mr. So-and-so here, and again, unfortunately, with a longer break than expected. Still pretty busy, so I can't get out as many videos as I would like to. But anyway, we have good news. Yesterday we learned about basically a surprise update for Monster Hunter that will already hit today, version 3.0. So about 3.5 hours from now, we will have our update, which is 12 a.m. GMT time. And apart from bug fixes, there will also be very important quality of life changes. I will link to the blog description from Capcom, but very important would be finally being able to cultivate ivy so we can craft more pitfall traps, and also being able to sort investigations. In addition, the stupid scout flies turning around our camera automatically when we return to camp, that will not be the case anymore. Again, the description for the patch will be in the video description. The other important part that we receive here is a new area and also a new monster, a new female Elder Dragon. The monster is, I assume, called Kulve Taroth, or maybe Kulve Taroth, so we still have to see if they actually pronounce the name in-game. It's a female Elder Dragon, basically looking a little bit like a huge great Jagras, or at least like a real-life Komodo dragon covered in gold. So basically using the European mythological idea of a dragon hoarding gold, and in that case also being covered in all this treasure that Kulve Taroth could gather probably over the years. Now the area is said to be big enough for the monster to be able to hide, and we will be fighting the monster in some kind of raid style. So what you have to do is to either search for a lobby or open a lobby yourself, and then 16 players max, so 4 teams of 4 can fight the monster. Now how do you fight it? Basically this is about repelling the monster, as we are used to from other older Monster Hunter games. So either you do enough damage to repel the monster, or you manage to break the horns, and that will end the quest instantly. And depending on how well you did, you will receive rewards, even if you fail the quest, from what I gather from the information that we have so far. Now, apart from fighting the monster, we can also research the monster, and that is also needed to start the quest. So I don't know if that will be the case every time you want to fight the monster, or if you only have to do it one time. But anyway, the research results during the quest seem to be affecting the reward results as well. So we want to have a set that also helps us not only fight the monster, break the parts, but also helps us research the monster. And this is something that I'm bringing you here, an endgame land set. So unfortunately you need a lot of the important endgame decorations. So I really hope you have them. Otherwise you might be able to substitute here and there. At least it's not using attack jewels, or not more than the single one that we have if you have to substitute. Now let's have a look at our skills here. We have attack boost level 4, so we have the affinity bonus. Then we have critical eye level 3 with this base set. Weakness exploit, of course, as usual. Guard 3, critical boost, and then it gets important. We have Scholar, which speeds up the progress on research levels and special investigations. So that is exactly what we want for this quest. In addition, it's also using Mind's Eye in order not to bounce, because I assume a monster being themed with gold or metal and treasure might have a lot of parts where you bounce. Also, better safe than sorry, it's using a shield jewel in order to get guard up, because I assume there will be at least one unblockable attack without the shield decoration. Now let's have a look at the pieces that we're using here. We will be using Nergigante's lens, so we don't have to deal with any handicraft or protective polish decorations. Now, Dragon King Eye Patch, of course, for the weakness exploit. Dobermail for the attack boost, Kaiser Vambraces for weakness exploit and the slot, Nergigante for the slot and the attack boost, and here the brigade boots that you have to craft using arena coins, so you have to do high rank arena quests, namely Rathalos and Dodogama. That is, as far as I know. I don't have a decoration, and I basically have all the decorations. Seems to be the only way to get the Scholar skill via armor sets on the Brigade set, or also the Hunter's helmet. The decorations we are using with this base version is 2 expert jewels. Sorry, my bad, of course. 3 expert jewels, the critical boost jewel, the shield jewel for guard up, and the mind's eye jewel, so we do not bounce. Now, of course, we also have the Ironside jewel for the guard, but I also want to show you some alternatives depending on when we finally see how the battle plays out. So that is our base version here that we already had a look at. Depending on how close we have to be to teammates, you can also use a flinch-free brace jewel in order not to get staggered by teammates. I placed it in the brigade boots for the level 3 slot that you need. Still, this is focusing on affinity, so crit chance and an attack boost. It might also be useful to use Part Breaker. Not sure about that yet, because normally in multiplayer it really doesn't make much of a difference. It seems most of the time people still manage to kill the monster before a part breaks. But anyway, 2 possibilities here, depending on if we need guard up or not. So let's have a look at the Part Breaker version with Part Breaker level 2. What decorations do we use? So instead of expert or a flinch-free jewel, we put destroyer jewels here and here. Unfortunately, we can't use a 3rd destroyer jewel. We might be able to simply replace that with the critical jewel, but it really depends. We have to see how effective part breaking will be. Otherwise, we also have a version with part breaker +3. Where you can see I got rid of the shield jewel. Hopefully it will be easy to evade any unblockable attacks, but again, we have to see how that turns out. So important thing is, of course, the brigade boots here, so you can get Scholar. There is luckily only 1 level. That might be really important because you will be researching the monster while you're fighting it, and that will definitely help with the rewards at the end. That has already been confirmed by Capcom. There already was a live stream about the monster. So yeah, basically a standard guard lance set using guard 3, which should be enough, and then adjusting according to what we will actually need to be fighting Kulve Taroth. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and otherwise have fun hunting Kulve. Also let me know if you might want some help, but that won't be possible before the weekend. So have some nice hunts. Again, just not even 3.5 hours till we finally have that new Elder Dragon. Bye bye.